This video is especially for the students, learners, and the people who want to improve their learning. Because in this video, we will learn about the easiest and most useful ideas from the brain science that connects the education, and also tell about that how we can improve our learning. Many teachers, scientists, and leaders now think that brain science and neuroscience can help them to understand better learning. Let's start our video with the first question, that how our brain grows and changes. First of all, we should know that our brain is plastic, means it is not fixed. It has ability to change, and the ability of changing the brain is called neuroplasticity. Researches reveals that either kid, adult, or adolescents or teenage, everyone has a plastic brain, mean it has ability to change. When a baby born, it has many more cell connections in the brain than an adult, which starts synaptic twinning, means cutting of the older connections of the brain cells and formation of the new, in order to understand better and in order to improve the learning. All the brain cells that we have as an adult, this is just because of synaptic plasticity. And what is synaptic plasticity? It refers to the changing of brain connections to get stronger and to improve our learning. Second question, that how brain develops in the teenage. We should know that in teenage the brain work quietly different from the other ages, because myelination and synaptic twinning are in a full swing during puberty level. What is synaptic twinning? As we discussed earlier, that the cutting of the older cell connections in the brain and the formation of new cell connections, which improve the learning, which improve the focus, which improve the life exposures along with the experiences. And what is myelination? Myelination means in the nerve cell, myelin gets trapped into the fatty acids to speed up the signals with more effectiveness, like insulation on the wire. In teens, frontal lobe is involved in reasoning, problem solving, and decision making. In teenage, frontal lobe is still growing. That's why teen finds things harder than adults, like paying attention, planning ahead, controlling impulses, multitasking, understand social situations, and perspective thinking. Research shows that teen use different parts of the brain for understanding or learning. Say, for example, learning algebra, teen use different part of the brain than adults, and this seems like to be store knowledge better than adults in their long-term memory. But teen thinks that risks are smaller and easier to control, and they are more likely to try dangerous things than adults can do. But good decision making needs a balance between avoiding harm and chasing reward. And this balance is controlled by prefrontal cortex, which is less active in the teen age as compared to the adult. And this is certified by the researchers. Now take the second question, that how brain changes in the adult. We know that our brain keeps changing after childhood, and the gray matter of brain started losing at 30s, and this keep happening as we aging. Scientists used to think that most of our neurons we lose just because of aging, but now we know that was wrong, because the dying of neuron does not affect the volume of brain, and there is a very little evidence that our brain keeps changing after 60. Undoubtedly, the older adults are maybe slower in the processing of information and having a very little working memory, but they often have very good general knowledge, vocabulary, and social skills. It means their brain are plastic too, and they can adapt themselves according to the modern era. That's why it is said for the brain that lose it or use it. This is the real principle of brain. According to the research, the brain disease such as Alzheimer kills the brain cell, especially in the adult age, and it can be reduced by if you had more education in your early life, and if you have mentally challenging job. To keep your brain strong, there are two ways. The first way is keep exercise regularly. Why? Because exercise or physical activity improve your learning when you are aging. And the second one is keep learning, means education and mentally challenging job increase the potential of brain when you are aging and improve your learning. In the very next video, we will discuss about the strategies of improving the learning in curriculum or co-curriculum, or maybe formal learning, informal learning, or non-formal learning. Take care of yourself.